Namaskar, IMD welcomes you in its weekly weather discussion of 30th June 2022. So, this weather discussion is dedicated for the review of last one week weather and forecast and outlook for next 2 weeks. So, highlights of today's discussion is that monsoon made very quick progress and covered most parts of Gujarat state and more parts of North and Central India during second half of the week, and analysis of weekly overall rainfall distribution during the current week ending on 29th June 2022, and monsoon seasonal rainfall scenario 1st June to 29th June for the country as a whole shows that the weekly cumulative all India rainfall departure from its LPA was minus 30%, with weekly cumulative over Northwest India minus 60%, while all India cumulative rainfall during this year's monsoon season rainfall scenario 1 to 29 June is minus 10%. Over Northwest India, it is below LPY minus 20%. And since monsoon has advanced over Delhi today and surrounding areas of Haryana, etc. So today from 8:30 hours IST to 17:30 hours IST, I have mentioned here some of the significant rainfall. That is, Rohtak reported 19 centimeter, Mumbai also reported 13 centimeter, Delhi subdivision reported 11 centimeter, Chandigarh, Delhi Riz reported 7 centimeter each, Delhi Ayanagar, Mumbai Santa Cruz reported 5 centimeter. So we can say that in the area of Haryana and Delhi, good amount of rainfall reported because of advance of southwest monsoon today over these areas. And now move to synoptic systems prevailed during the period of 23rd June to 29 June. That is the last week. So offshore trough was persisted over this region of west coast, and an east-west trough also persisted during the week uh, over these parts of North India. And one shear zone reported roughly around 19° north during the period of 27 to 28 June, and one another shear zone reported roughly around 18° north on 25th June, and one low pressure area also formed on 27th June early morning and persisted throughout the day. However, less marked on the same day of 27th over east central and adjoining areas of South Gujarat and North Maharashtra coast, and then it moves south little bit to the this parts of Arabian Sea, that is Northwest Arabian Sea. And so these are the synoptic systems, main synoptic system during the week. Now move to the southwest monsoon 2022 scenario. As already mentioned, that southwest monsoon today advanced into entire Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, and some parts of Rajasthan, entire Delhi, and some parts of Punjab and Haryana. Chandigarh today, 30th June, and conditions are favorable for further advance of monsoon into some more parts of Rajasthan, entire Punjab and Haryana during next 24 hours. You can see that most parts of the country has been covered by the monsoon, except parts of some parts of West Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and this parts of Punjab and Haryana. So this is white portion shows the areas left where advance is likely, and otherwise most parts of the country has been covered by southwest monsoon. As regards heavy rainfall scenario during the week ending on 29th June, yeah, we can say that heavy to very heavy rainfall with extremely heavy rainfall reported at isolated places over South Valley, West Bengal, Sikkim on 2 days during the week, and over Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Bihar, Uttarakhand, and Konkan, Goa on 1 day each during the week. And heavy to very heavy rainfall reported at isolated places over Konkan and Goa on 5 days. Over Assam, Meghalaya, Somaliland, West Bengal, Sikkim, Odisha, Uttarakhand, and coastal Karnataka 2 days, and over Andaman Nicobar Islands, Arunachal Pradesh, Bihar, Telangana on 1 day each during the week. And heavy rainfall, that is rainfall between 7 to 12 centimeter reported over Odisha, Madhya Maharashtra, coastal Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana, South into Karnataka and Kerala, Mahe on 4 days, and Assam, Meghalaya, East Uttar Pradesh, East Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat region, Marathwada, Coastal Karnataka on 3 days, and over Himachal Pradesh, West Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh 2 days, and Andaman Nicobar Islands, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Assam and West Bengal and Sikkim, Bengal, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar, Uttarakhand, Punjab, West Rajasthan, East Rajasthan, Saurashtra and Kutch, Konkan and Goa, Vidarbha, Tamil Nadu, North India, Karnataka on 1 day each during the week. So we can say that a good amount of rainfall reported over parts of northeast India and along the west coast, including Maharashtra. And so this is cumulative rainfall during 23rd June to 29 June. So you can see that these parts of northeast India and adjoining areas of Somali and West Bengal and parts of Bihar, and along the west coast you can see that orange and red color where heavy rainfall episode has been occurred, and also some isolated patches seen here over interior Maharashtra, including Telangana, etc., and over Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. So now move to the, as already mentioned, so this overall last week overall for a country it was minus 30%, whereas for a season it is minus 10% for the country, as already mentioned. And as regards synoptic systems for today, so there is an offshore trough here along the west coast and an east-west trough over North India, and also a cyclone circulation over these parts of Arabian Sea. And these are the weather warning maps for next 5 days. You can see that good rainfall, even heavy rainfall episode is expected over parts of northwest, central, and adjoining East India and Northeast India during next 2 days. And isolated activity likely to continue over different parts of the country during the week. So we can say that this coming week is very good monsoon activity is expected during the week. We will see also in during the forecast for next 2 weeks. We will discuss in detail. Now move to fisherman warning. So you can see that here for most parts of the Arabian Sea, especially the southwest, west central, and southeast Arabian Sea and along and off the Kerala Karnataka coast. This fisherman warning has been issued because of strong winds. You can see that here parts of west central Arabian Sea and this southwest and adjoining areas of central Arabian Sea. In fact, there is a possibility of strong winds, as already mentioned in different legend scale. You can see here. So, in summary, we can say that fisherman warning has been issued for this highlighted areas of Arabian Sea where strong winds and this squally weather is expected. So fishermen are advised not to venture into these areas, specifically of Arabian Sea during the week. And as regards cyclogenesis formation probability, so there is no cyclogenesis probabilities over any region of this our Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal during next 2 weeks. However, there is a likelihood of formation of a low pressure area and cyclonic circulation over northwest Bay of Bengal and adjoining along and of Odisha coast during the beginning of week 1 and another during the beginning of week 2 over the same region. This will enhance monsoon activity over central India and west coast of India during the forecast period. And also enhanced and westerlies over Arabian Sea will support enhanced monsoon activity over the country during next 2 weeks compared to the past week. So we can summarize that this monsoon activity is good monsoon activity is expected during the next 2 weeks over different parts of the country. And this is also reflected on our extended range forecast received from numerical weather protection models. You can see that this good amount of rainfallage you can see here that is expected over parts of central India specifically and remaining parts of the country as already mentioned. Now go to the rainfall for week 1, that is during a period of 30th June to 6th July. An east-west trough runs from Punjab to northeast India, northeast Bay of Bengal in lower tropospheric levels, and due to this trough and moist winds from Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea overshadow northern parts of the country in low tropospheric levels. So this fairly widespread to widespread rainfall is expected with isolated thunderstorm activity over Uttarakhand, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, East Rajasthan, and Himachal Pradesh on 30th and 1st June, and still This rainfall is continue with scattered to fairly widespread activity over thereafter, that is after 2 days, and isolated to scattered rainfall is expected over Jammu Kashmir and West Rajasthan during the next 5 days, and isolated heavy rainfall likely over Jammu and Kashmir on 30th June, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, West Rajasthan on 30th and 1st July, and Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi during 30th June and 2nd July, and East Rajasthan during 30th June to 3rd July, and over Uttarakhand during next 5 days. And isolated heavy to very heavy rainfall also expected over Himachal Pradesh and West Uttar Pradesh on 30th June, that is today, and Uttarakhand, Rajasthan on 30th June and 1st July. And a fresh spell of fairly widespread to widespread rainfall with isolated heavy falls is expected over many parts of northwest India toward the end of the week. So good amount of rainfall and good rainfall and activity expected over northwest India during this week, and fairly widespread to widespread light to moderate rainfall with isolated thunderstorm lightning very likely over Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, and Chhattisgarh during most days of the week, and isolated heavy rainfall very likely over Vidarbha on 30th June, Madhya Pradesh during 30th to 2nd July, over Chhattisgarh during the week, and isolated heavy to very heavy rainfall also likely over West Madhya Pradesh on 30th and 1st July, and scattered to fairly widespread rainfall with thunderstorm lightning activity likely to continue over Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, and Gangetic West Bengal, that is over East India during the week, and isolated heavy rainfall likely over Jharkhand on 30th and 1st July, and Bihar during 30th June to 2nd July, Gangetic West Bengal on 30th June, and over Odisha during next 5 days, and isolated heavy to very heavy rainfall also likely over Odisha on 4th and 5th July 2022. And as regards west coast, so under the influence of offshore trough at mean sea level from South Gujarat coast to North Karnataka coast, strong westerly southwesterly winds along the west coast. So under the influence of these scenario, fairly widespread light to moderate rainfall with thunderstorm happening very likely over Konkan and Goa, coastal Karnataka, Kerala and Mahe, and scattered to fairly widespread rainfall activity over Gujarat, Madhya Maharashtra and interior Karnataka during the week, and assumed heavy rainfall likely over Gujarat region during the period of 30th June to 3rd July, and over Madhya Maharashtra on 30th June, and over coastal Andhra Pradesh on 30th June, Tamil Nadu during 30th June to 2nd July, and over Konkan and Goa, coastal Karnataka, Kerala and Maya and South Indian Karnataka during the week. And isolated heavy to very heavy rainfall also likely over Konkan and Goa during 30th June to 2nd July, and over coastal Karnataka on 30th June, and under the influence of southerly and southwesterly winds from Bay Bengal to northeast and region East India, fairly widespread to widespread rainfall is expected over northeast India and southern West Bengal and Sikkim within the week, and heavy rainfall at isolated places likely over Himachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya during first half of the week, and over Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura during most days of the week, and isolated to scattered rainfall with thunderstorm likely over rest part of the country during the most days of the week. So we can, in summary, we can say that during week one, good monsoon activity is expected over most parts of the country. And as regard week two, due to the active east-west trough over central parts of the country and moist winds from Bay of Bengal as well as from Arabian Sea over central parts of the country, fairly widespread to widespread rainfall is expected with heavy to very heavy rainfall over the region during most days of the second week. And overall, we can say that rainfall activity is likely to be above normal over central parts of the country and below normal over northeast and East India and over South Peninsular India, and normal to normal over rest parts of the country. So we can say that during week two, this below normal rainfall is expected over northeast and East India. So this is all about today's briefing, and we are regularly updating our different weather bulletins. All the reports are available on our website, that is mosum.imd.gov.in. You can refer, and we are also monitoring weather and updating on our Facebook and Twitter pages. You can also refer them for regular updates. And apart from these, you can download our different apps also for better information related to weather warnings. Thank you. We will meet again tomorrow with daily weather video, and next week for this weekly weather discussion. Thank you. Namaskar.